Hey everybody, hey, it's Pastor Martin, and I am here. Going to be sharing with you in a minute. Let's talk about some stuff. I want to share something with you that I know and feel that will bless you. Let me do some quick maintenance here if you don't mind, and just happy to have you with me. Let's do this real quick. All right. Let's see. Yeah, got it. All right. I think that covers that. Let me do this, and then we're going to get right into this, sharing this with you, because I think it'll bless you today. All right, let's go. Give me just 1 second here. Just about there. And da 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 da. Where and what am I looking for? Okay. Almost there, y'all. Give me 1 minute. There we go. That's it right there. Okay. Okay. Hey, everybody. I'm sorry. We're doing a quick few maintenance things, but as you're coming in, do me a favor. Probably share this with somebody or somebody that'll watch this later. This is not going to be long. It's going to be sort of quick, but I did want to come in and share this while it was fresh in my memory. As we're getting older, sometimes, you have to write things down or do it right when you're thinking about it, or either record it or make a video memo, I mean, a voice memo of it. When I was a younger, when I was young, of course, my memory was so good they would send me to make sure people got to where they were going, and I could remember anything. You couldn't lose me. You couldn't take me anywhere and lose me because my memory was just that good. I still have a good memory, but I found out something as I'm getting older. Every now and then I forget stuff like most people probably do. You walk in a room and forgot what was the reason you came into the room and what was the reason you went in there for. And then you have to leave out, and then you think about it, and you say, "Oh, I went in there to get my keys, or I went in there to get something." So sometimes you start forgetting things. But anyway, let me share with you about breaking old habits for something new. And this just came to me, so I wanted to just talk about it. I know I'm not usually on. I'm usually on just Mondays and Wednesdays, but I wanted to share this with you, breaking old habits for something new. And I know this will bless somebody. You know, I've lived in my home for probably some 20 some years, and I have a closet that is my closet. And it's an older house, of course, it was an older house. And when they put the light fixture or the light that's in the closet, it was one of those old lights where it had the thing and you pull the string down for the light to come on. And over the course of years, I can't tell you how many times I've broke that little chain and had to go and replace the little socket thing to get the light to come on or the light to work. And sometimes if it broke and it wasn't working, I have to reach up and turn the light and it come on. And so I have one of my friends, we call him Uncle Dutch actually. He's an electrician. So we've been talking about it for many years. So finally he told me what to do, what light to get. So I went and got the LED light that he told me to get, and we got it. And so once I got the LED light, he came to put it in today. And he came also not just to put the light in, but to do some other things. And so this is what happens to me. What has been happening to me ever since he came. He came about 12 noon. It's about 9:17 now Eastern Standard Time tonight. He came at 12 noon today and put it in. But all day, you guess what I've been doing? When I walk into the closet all day, I've been reaching up to turn the light on by using that switch or using the chain. I've been reaching up. Hey, I've been reaching up to pull that chain. Why? Because it's habit. I've been doing it for so many years. It's such a habit that I'm like, oh my God, I keep reaching for the chain. Just before I came on to go live, I went in to get something out the closet and I found myself reaching up looking for the chain. But now the chain is gone because the light has been replaced with something new. There's a new thing there. There's a new fixture. So it's not there anymore. So I've got to now reprogram myself and adjust myself and break that old habit of reaching up for that light, reaching up for that string to turn the light on. Because now there's something new in place to turn the light on, which is a light switch, which I haven't had. So I'm all day and probably tomorrow until it reprograms in my mind or until I break that old habit of reaching for that little cord or that string or that whatever the chain, until I break that habit and I break that thing. I'll probably keep doing that until in my mind, I remember now you've got an easier way to do it just by flipping on the light switch. So I wanted to share with some of you because, some of us in life, and we're not even talking about ministry, we're just talking about in life. Some of us have got to break the old habits. We've got to break those old habits for something new. Some things God is trying to do new. Some things are happening new in our lives. There's some things that are happening that we should be paying attention to, but we're so caught in the old habits and we haven't broke the old habits that we are continuing to do the same thing over and over again, even if it don't work, even if it's old, even if it's out of date. We're continuing to do it in our lives, and we're finding ourselves, rather than just going with that is new, we have found ourselves with the old habits. Understand, I'm not talking about traditional things. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about old habits, things that we do, that we've been trying to do, things that we do, that we keep on doing, and it's just habit forming. It's almost like we have put ourselves in habits with everything in our lives. If we leave the house, we leave and go a certain way when we leave the house. If we go to the store, we go a certain way when we go to the store. When we get up, there's a routine. Sometimes, nothing wrong with routine, but there's sometimes we've got to break the old habits of routine because it's really stopping us from probably doing something that could be greater, dealing and plugging into something new. Sometimes when I go to different places in the city, I may go a certain way and I may go and do a certain thing. And sometimes I may try something new, but then there's sometimes I just go the way, even though the way that I'm going may be the longest way. I may go that way just by habit. Has nothing to do with the quicker way I could go. It's a habit. So until I break that habit, and I don't know about you, but I've had times when I was said, I'm going to do it this way, and then I do it a different way, break the habit and do something new or do it a different way. And then when I do that, I say to myself, I wonder why I haven't done this before. I wonder why I've been doing the other thing all this time. I could have, it's like a light bulb comes on, but what it is we get so tied in to doing things and so routine and so habit forming that we just go with what's there. And so what ends up happening to us is anything that comes in that may be new, we don't do it. And this is not anything new because we get into those places of habit. Think about it. Think about it. There are things that we must make adjustments with all the time. There are things that come out new all the time. There are things that come out that we've got to form a different mindset about all the time, whether it's in your workplace, whether it's in your home, whether it's on your computer, whether it's on your phone. Sometimes when they do updates on our phones or iPhones and whatever phones we have, when they do updates, some things they add, you've got to get used to, break the habit of the old way you used to do it because now they have rearranged something on your phone. Or when they do an update on software, sometimes they move things around and you've got to rearrange your thought pattern because now it's laid out differently. Why? Because you've got to learn to break that habit and always adjust to that is new. And so I wanted to just pop on tonight for just a few minutes to say to us, let's start paying attention. Some old habits. And some things that we've done routinely, we've got to change them in order for us to experience something new. Because some things, what we used to do and the things we used to do, they just don't work. I'll give you another example of habit. Uh, I've always had cars. My cars have always been where you put the key in the ignition and turn it. Always. It's always been put the key in, turn it, crank it up. Well, I bought a car last year, and with those new keys, whatever they're called, and those new keys, guess what happens? You don't get to plug them in. You hook it to your belt, you press the brakes, and you push the button, and the car cranks up. When mine's come on, it does a system check. It checks everything, so I'm good to go. If the key is not detected, it won't come on. And so I'm gonna give you an experience that was funny. Thank God, God bless me. But I went to Best Buy one night, and I was so used to think about it. And I'm talking about habit now. But now I've got a different car that I don't need to stick the key in the ignition and turn it. So now all you have to do is when you get ready to get out the car, push the button, car powers off. Okay. So I went to Best Buy, and I went in Best Buy, and I was in Best Buy maybe about 15, 20 minutes. And when I came back out, went to my car, and I noticed that the car was running. And I heard the music and everything. And so in my mind, I'm saying, is that my car? Is that somebody else's car? And so, on caution, I walked around. I sort of walked away from it and walked around just looking to see was anybody in the car. And then I looked at the tag, and it dawned on me, that's my car. Thank God nobody stole it, but it was my car. And so what I had to do after that experience, I started doing something that I thought was very important. I started by habit, forming a new habit for something new. I started making sure when I got out the car, before I got out the car, that I pushed that button to make sure the car was cut off. Because the habit was, I'm used to turning the car off by turning the key in the ignition. But now I've got a new car that you don't require that. You just push the button and turn it off. So I had to adjust for that was new because I was locked into the old habit of sticking the key in the ignition. So I want to encourage you on this Thursday night, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. We get ready to go into a new month on next Thursday, be August 1st. Think about it. Maybe we need to break some old habits for something new. Maybe we need to make some adjustments so God can do something new in us and new for us. I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you for joining me. I pray and trust that it'll bless you. Let's break those old habits because God has something new for us.